What is up, gang? Nick here. Welcome to the show. If you're new, thanks for coming back if you're not. Alright, I just want to calm the waters here. I see a lot of investors freaking out left, right, and center about NIO's current share price and their current trajectory. Long-term NIO holders are selling, throwing away their shares, and running for the doors. We have seen bears and trolls and short sellers entering the chat and exclaiming NIO is doomed and shares will fall to $5 in the coming weeks. In today's episode, I want to zoom out, look at the big picture, slow down, and put on our wide-angle lenses. We'll be looking at their current valuation, why shares are falling, some catalysts that could drive up shares shortly, their February deliveries, and what I'm currently doing. Before we get it, Webull is giving out 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. All you have to do to get them is 1. Sign up, 2. Open an account, and 3. Deposit in at least $100 using the link in my description. They are a 0% commissions trading platform and offers some of the best analytics in the game. You don't want to sleep on this one, guys. Check out our Patreon page. There's more content behind the scenes under the radar stocks, and I will be posting every single one of my trades moving throughout 2021. Patreon also gives you access to our private Discord channel. The chat is always popping off. There's some really good picks in there, and that is where my trades are posted. We now have more than 1,500 members in our Discord community. What an awesome environment that is. Like I said, Patreon gives you access to these private channels. You do not want to miss on these. And most importantly, I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, everyone, let's get right into it. Alright, so NIO is currently hovering in the mid 54s, 54.43, down quite sharply on today's trading period, down 5.04%, 289 on the day. Now this slide is part of a bigger story, and that story is a continuous bearish pattern emerging with shares down over 13% and a 6 consecutive days slide in the red. The last time they actually traded down 6 consecutive days was in March 2020 when the stock market was imploding. So there's something obviously rather large taking place here for such a drastic decline and continuous decline at that. Now I want to touch on this. What's actually going on here? Well, whenever looking at a bearish pattern in a company, it's good practice to look at what the industry as a whole is doing, the sector as a whole, and the entire market to get better context. Now the giant in the EV industry is obviously Tesla, and their shares can sometimes act as a benchmark which other EV companies tend to mimic. Even though the companies operate essentially opposite from one another, this actually does take place. If we compare NIO against Tesla, we can see that they are trading both down around 7% in the last month of trading, and this actually isn't even that bad. We need to keep this in context. Stonks unfortunately don't only go up. Comment F in the chat. For example, Xpeng stock fell roughly 23% in the same trading period, and NIO held up pretty decently against this large sell-off. It's important to remind ourselves that the EV industry as a whole had a historical run-up last year, and moving into January this year, it was to be expected that this growth would slow and consolidate, and I do think we are experiencing a lot of profit-taking and uncertainty in the market as a whole. This is causing investors to seek out alternative and less risky investments, choosing ETFs and other low-risk options. Sell-offs in industries happen, and they occur especially following massive surges, which we just saw. If you have watched my channel before, you will know I am strictly a long-term investor. I don't get frazzled over short-term sell-offs or day-to-day, week-to-week, or even month-to-month trading. I'm strictly thinking of valuations 3, 5, 10 years down the line at a minimum. I have been investing in NIO since $3 a share and first told my subscribers to go in at $7 a share, and it's been a rocket ride ever since. However, the rocket is indeed slowing. However, I think catalysts in their business plan this year will act as a refueling station, or should I say swapping station, and we'll be off to the races once again. I'm personally using this sell-off as a moment of opportunity, a window of time to purchase up additional shares at what I think will be fire sales for the company long term. Remember, there's no fundamental news or release that has brought down these shares. This is simply investors largely basing their trades off of technicals. It's the same company with the same plan and the same fundamentals. I did think a sell-off was coming. However, I admittedly did indeed miss the timing of this, but this could actually work out well, and here's why. As As we move throughout February, we are every day getting closer and closer to NIO's fourth quarter's earnings release. It is the general analyst consensus that they will have knocked the quarter out of the park. Now, I thought that armed with this knowledge, many investors were going to scoop up shares and secure long-term positions moving into March 1st when the results are going to be released. However, this sell-off is actually occurring now, prior to the earnings. I will have a full predictions earnings video coming out in a few days and where I think shares will land, so make sure you subscribe, you don't want to miss that. Now, I am using this sell-off to purchase shares because I do think valuations will be up after March 1st. I do think that their vehicle margin and gross margin will be hovering just south of 20%, and we know they will have hit a record quarterly revenue and vehicle sales. Now, what investors may be wary of is low sales moving throughout February. Now, February historically sees a sharp plummet in vehicle sales in China historically. This is due to many factors, but it's important to remember we're essentially acting only at 3/4 volume, as the Chinese Lunar New Year wipes out a week. So we will not see a record-breaking delivery month, and we will likely see a drop in vehicle sales. I was hoping the mass public wouldn't pick up on this tidbit and sell off fearing slowing growth. If this is the case, I will be adding a position. Remember, you can track all these trades and our different portfolios throughout the Patreon page and Discord channel. We need to remember just how robust NIO is. Remember their cash position. They have a war chest of cash currently. They have had phenomenal sales the past few months. They are gearing up to release their newest vehicle, the ET7 sedan, launching in Q1 2022, and they are beginning production of a new facility. This will enable them to greatly increase their potential sales throughout 2022 and beyond. They are also purchasing back equity from NIO China. They are installing 500 swapping stations by the end of this year, many of which we know will be battery swap 2.0, able to hold 13 batteries all at once. They are continuously pushing battery as a service. They just revealed their 150 kilowatt-hour battery cell pack that will be fitted with their new model, allowing up to 1,000 kilometers NEDC range. There really is so much to love about this company and so much long-term success that when you slow down, look at the big picture, and pause for a moment, these prices look like buyer sales long-term, in my opinion. To put their vehicle sale accomplishments into perspective, they are already selling more vehicles than Tesla was at this time in their lifespan. Now, I do know there are many different variables which can account for some of this, but it is still a feat nonetheless. Now, looking to what I am going to do. Because I do have a very low average cost, as I was an early investor, I am personally comfortable picking up shares at any valuation currently under $56 per share. I've been consistently buying on dip days, and it has been working out extremely well. Now, yes, NIO may see some more turmoil in the short term, but I am looking at the long-term prospects of this company only. I do think we will see shares bounce up again after Q4 and the blow-off from February sales. I do think we will find some support around the 54 range, but we will have to see how trading goes tomorrow. I will update you all on the Patreon page. Like I previously stated, I am indeed picking up shares, as I do think these are steals where the company will be trading a year from now. There is just so much upside to this company and so much to love, and I am continually setting my sights to those eventualities. Anyways, everyone, I hope this brought you some calm. Set your sights on the big picture. Don't get overly flustered about the short-term noise, volatility. Zoom out and focus on the prospects of this company 3, 5, 10 years down the line. Don't forget about the Webull promo, 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. All you have to do is 1, sign up, 2, open an account, and 3, deposit in at least $100 using the link in my description. Check out our Patreon page. Like I said, every single trade, there's more content behind the scenes, and I'm posting every single one of my trades moving throughout 2021. The Patreon page also gains you access to our Discord channel. What a community that is. We now have more than 1,500 members. There's under the radar stocks, my real-time trades, tidbits of info on up-and-coming companies. You do not want to miss any of it. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the continued support. I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Happy trading. Cheers.